Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today. It's a lovely Saturday. It's really brisk, but it's not raining for a change. It's rained, hasn't it, nearly every day since the 1st of January. Well, it has in my town where I live. I just wanted to discuss my YouTube channel a little bit. So I'm hoping to take you out on adventures with me, look at some interesting places, give a little bit of historical content, look at some foods, and if you want me to go to a certain place in England, or when I let you know when I'm going over to Florida, that is my most favourite place, then just comment and let me know if there's any foods you want me to try, anything particularly that you would like me to video for you. This is how this channel came about, because my husband and I, we really like watching YouTube videos when we're going to visit somewhere and we look at what other people have done. It's okay using Trustpilot, but you've only got by, it's very subjective, isn't it? And people just generally either write about what they love or what they hate, but sometimes it's nice to see those places as well. So today, my little mini adventure, because I love moving, I think I was a traveller in a past life. Oh, there's geese flying past us. I don't mind if I'm walking, on a train, on a plane, on a bus, in a car, on a boat, on a ship, in a canoe. I just love going places, and that's how I came up with the name Ermintrude Elsewhere. So today, my first extended vlog is about where I live, because it's an absolutely wonderful place, and I feel quite fortunate to live here. I've lived here all my life. So I live in a market town called Bingley, and it's got quite it's quite famous really, and this is where we're going to walk to today, to a couple of local landmarks. But Bingley was named in the Domesday Book as Bingalia, and it was named in the Domesday Book because there used to be a famous manor here that cost £4, and at the time that was really quite a lot of money. So we are named in the Domesday Book. But today I want to take you to 3 of the most famous landmarks here. And some of you may have already guessed because I'm on the canal, but I'm going to take you there. So we're going to end up at the Five Rise Locks, and on the way I'm going to give you some little snippets of information. But we're going to go to the Three Rise Locks, we're going to go to the famous North Bog, and then we're going to go to the Five Rise Locks, and I'm going to take you to a bench that I love to sit on when I'm putting the worlds to right. My mum used to take me there when I was really sad or things were right in my life, and we'd go and walk to the bench and sit on it, taking the views and just chat. And one of my mum's strap lines always used to be, well, what are you going to do about it? So we'd sit and, as I say, put my world to right and discuss things we were worried about. So come on, come and join me. So it's just such a lovely walk. My sister, she used to live in Whitby, in the Isle of Man. They're like 2 of my favourite places, and I used to be so envious of her, like in a nice way. Well, maybe my eyes were a little bit green because I love the sea, and when I was younger, I was just like, oh, Mum, I want to live near the sea, like, I want to live near water. And then she's like, what are you on about? You actually do live near water. We've got the canal. And I literally live 5 minutes away. So this is a walk that my husband and I like to do quite regularly when we're wanting to get out and about. And there's a couple of really nice pubs on the canal. We're not going to do those today. As I say, I want to take you to the Five Rise Locks and a little bit about this canal. So it's the Leeds, we're part of this section. It's on the Leeds-Liverpool Canal. That's 127 miles long, and the Leeds-Liverpool Canal is the longest in the UK, in Britain. So, you know, it's quite famous for that. It's the Leeds-Liverpool Canal, and Richard and I, because we love walking on it, we always say, it's always busy as well, everybody absolutely loves coming out on the canal. It's just pleasant. So yeah, we've always said that we would love to walk the whole 127 miles and then maybe stay in some B&Bs, which would be wonderful. We then talk about obviously the barges, and I'm always saying, do you know what, Richard, I'd love to live on a barge. And to be fair, I would. I think it'd just be really, really cool. Just being able to unhook your barge and then move, you know, move on and to places where you want to go. And especially on this stretch of canal, it's absolutely gorgeous. But he always says to me, you've got too much stuff, love. There's no way you would fit everything that you have in a barge. So he's quite right about that. But I just think it would absolutely be an amazing lifestyle. We've recently bought a van which we're eventually going to convert, which will be great, but that's like a work in progress. We have to finish some things in the house. The problem is we don't have like tons of money, but you know what it's like. You have to make decisions, and whilst we're young and fit, we like to go on a lot of trips, and we like to go. I worked in a school for 22 years in one school, then I moved to another school for a little bit, and I always had the school holidays. So Richard, he's in the building trade. He's always happy for me to go on holiday with my friends. That's why you'll see quite a few vlogs with my best friends. My best friends are Clary and Julie and Lynn and Jackie, and we get away quite a lot. And Richard's just such a lovely, supportive human being. He knows that is what I am passionate about. And then we go away together, well, quite a lot really. We do a lot of B&Bs like on weekends, and then he gets to choose 3 weeks a year because his holidays are limited, and he's absolutely passionate about sunbathing. I'm not somebody who will sit around a pool for hours. The amount of debates that we have had about what we're going to do on a holiday. So we've got a really good routine now. I mean, we've been together about 20 years, and we both know, oh, look at that tree there, look at that, absolutely gorgeous. I love trees. My mum loved trees. She always used to say, I want to be a tree. I was talking to some young people recently, talking about the sequoia trees in America. I definitely want to go and see those. But yeah, so we have this discussion, and we've got a fantastic routine. So I'm a bit of a sloth. I'm always the one who gets out of bed last, unless we've got something that we need to get to urgently. And I just take my time getting ready. I might read a book, and then Richard will go around the pool till dinner time. And then we normally, whether we're in Benidorm, Madeira, you know, anywhere like that, we will walk. We'll have about a 5-mile walk, which is great because you get to see all the local things. And again, I'm hoping to do some vlogs with you. Richard's like, oh sorry, I've just got a gimbal. I've never used one of these before. I mean, gimbal's a really funny word, isn't it? But it's got links to maritime history. Apparently there's some kind of cogs in there called the twins that keeps things stable. But what happens if your hand's not stable? I've got a feeling it's going to take me a while to get used to this. So just bear with me. I'm probably going to look at these videos in the future and cringe, and I'm going to look and go, what the heck was I doing? I mean, look at me. I've got this hat on because it's cold. You'll see me wearing a lot of hats actually if I've been outside, because my hair is really fly away and it'll blow all over. Well, you've seen me windy videos. For some reason, wind is attracted to me and my hair looks ridiculous. So I always wear a hat, and then today I've got these my favourite iridescent purple glasses on, which turn into sunglasses, which is ideal when I go on holiday. But unfortunately I need reading glasses now, so I do wear varifocals. Yes, I'm admitting I'm getting older and I'm wearing my varifocals, but luckily I can use them without going all funny when I'm looking down, because I know when I first got them, and you go downstairs, don't you, and you nearly trip up because it's all blurred when you're looking at your feet. Anyway, sorry, I digress. So the gimbal, yeah, I'm going to have to practice with this. But it's pretty cool, really. It's like it's following me around, which is good, which is what they're supposed to do. So I'm going to look back at the videos. I'm probably going to cringe, but the way I see it is all these vlogs that I'm doing, and I usually post on Facebook quite a lot. I'm sure I do my friends' heads in. But the reason for that is I see my Facebook page as it goes right back, my Facebook page, since it started. My sister was on there. I've got photos of my mum when I were doing things with my mum, and unfortunately my mum and my sister, they died, and things will pop up and it'll go, on this day you were doing this with Katie, on this day you were doing this with your mum, and I just find that fabulous. So I'm actually looking at the content on my channel as being like my diary, my online vlogs that I can look back on. So yeah, I'm going to look back on this and probably cringe, but ultimately it'll be nice to, hopefully people will find them useful, and yeah, they'll find them interesting and hopefully help them make some informed choices. So I'm just going to stop now, and I'm going to do that thing, because it's quite a long way from where I am to the 3 rise locks, which is the first point that I want to get to. So it's quite a way. I don't want to be talking all that way, because I don't want to, I mean, I can talk. I can talk for bloody England, honestly I can, but I don't want to bore you too much. I want you to get to know me, but not in the first video on here, because that would take all day, and yeah, you definitely wouldn't carry on watching it. So I'm going to come out of this video now. I'm going to try later. So I've invested in a gimbal, and I've invested in some editing app. Sorry about if the audio is a bit naff, because I can't afford a microphone at the moment. So that is something I'm going to invest in the future. So yeah, that's where we're at the moment. So I'm going to stop. I'm going to do the thing with my editing video. You know, when people do that really fast walking, which will be really cool, but I don't know how to do it. So I'm going to be probably hours and hours doing that. My husband is a massive Leeds fan, and tomorrow, apparently, we're not doing anything tomorrow. We're not leaving the house. Well, he's not. I can go, obviously, but he's watching Leeds United in the FA Cup, so that is when I'm going to play with my video editor. So yeah, see you soon. So the next time I'm on this, we will be at the 3 rise locks. We're now at the bottom of the 3 rise locks. They are the 3 rise and the 5 rise locks are known as stairway locks, because there's no gap in between the gates. Well, there's enough room obviously for the boats, but then it doesn't go on for a body of water. They literally go down like steep steps, so that's why they're called stairway locks. So the 3 rise locks rises 30 metres. It's the younger sibling of the 5 rise locks. They were both built in 1774. You can see behind the 3 rise locks there is a beautiful mural. If you ever come and visit, have a look at that mural, because it goes through some of the local area and the different sites that you can visit. As I say, we've got a rich tapestry of historical things in this area. Then you've got the Bronte sisters, obviously there's the new Wuthering Heights movie that's come out, so apparently Howth is really busy at the moment. Then you've got beautiful Skipton, you've got Saltaire with David Hockney in the Salts Mill, which one video I will at some point create some content for that, because that is one of my favourite places to eat. And yeah, it's just great. And that mural there also includes a lot of other historical sites. So I'm not going to look at it today, because as I say, our main focus today is to get to the 5 rise locks. But please, if you want me to do a video of that lovely mural that shows different places, sorry, I'm just trying to not get people in my video, then please do, press this real line, please do comment and let me know if you want me to do a video of the mural. Please comment if there's anything you'd like to see in these local areas that I've discussed. I am planning on going there anyway, I just don't know when. But if there is something specific that you would love to see, then let me know, because I will do some content for you. We are just so lucky in West Yorkshire, and as I say, I'm lucky living in Bingley. I absolutely love it. In between the 3 and 5 rise locks is what is known as the North Bog. Now we have a North and South Bog. The South Bog is over towards Cottingley. Oh yes, Cottingley, the famous Cottingley Fairies. I'll do a walk up there one day. They are really, really famous. So these bogs date back over 10,000 years to the Ice Age. There's a lot of rare plants, amphibians, including newts. When we were younger, there were so many newts about, and it dates back 10,000 years. So the noise that you can hear in the background, as I say, I am sorry about the audio quality, is the noise from the bypass that goes through Bingley. So in the 80s, so this was like for 30 years, we've got a bypass that goes at the side of the town, and the A650, Bingley was always famous for being a bottleneck that was slowing the traffic. It's the main artery in Yorkshire is the A650, and it used to be a major bottleneck, and everybody like fought to get the traffic diverted. But one of the reasons was the bogs that held things up, and it held up the construction starting for just over 30 years, which is quite fascinating. So one day I will go down on the bog and do a vlog, but not today. But yeah, so the bogs, they are fascinating, and they've put some boards so that you can find the wildlife and the different flowers and plants. But yeah, it's just amazing to think, isn't it, that bog's been there for over 10,000 years in its current state. Well, not its current state, but it's just been the same for over 10,000 years, and there's lots of facts about it. But as I say, when I do some more content in the future, we'll go down to the bog and I'll tell you more about it. But it is a scientific site of interest, and that is what held up the bypass. And here we are at the magnificent 5 rise locks. As usual, they don't look as steep in the video, but I can tell you they are really, really steep. And I will be walking up that hill with you just to give you a little bit of concept of how steep they actually are. Now, a few times I thought, oh, I'm going to get a bicycle and ride on the canal and get really, really fit. One time I borrowed someone's bike and I tried cycling up that hill. It was not happening. Richard had so much fun laughing at me trying to get up that hill on a bicycle. So the locks were built, as I say, they are staircase locks. They were built on the 21st of March 1774, and in their grand opening 30,000 people came to watch the first boat descent down them. Now if you think 30,000 people in the 1800s, that was massive. That would be equivalent to millions today. And I often walk up and think, well, how did those 30,000 people fit around or actually see what was going on? But if you can see the canal, it's quite a long way. Oh, I did that rookie thing right. So if you think it's quite short from the 3 rise or from the North Bog to here, I forgot to press record and I don't have time to go back. But as I say, I'm new at this, so yeah, you can have a laugh. So anyway, yeah, so it would have just been magnificent, and it's one of those times I wish I could have been there to see it. Do you often sometimes think when you look back at an historical town, or like when you go to York, if you could just have a little snippet of what it was really actually like hundreds of years ago? So I'm going to walk up the hill, and when I walk up the hill I am going to tell you, I'm going to give you some more facts. But at the top of here is the other entrance to the North Bog. I'll just show you. And it's quite big, to be honest. It's actually a lovely walk down there, and there's some benches. We've had a picnic in the sunshine down there, and like I say, the town. There's just so many lovely places. The moors up in Gilstead are lovely. When we were kids we used to go bilberry picking. That was always one of the highlights of our childhood as well. So as you can see, as we get nearer, just how steep this hill is. So it rises. Oh, I'll just show you this. Let's have a look. So that's the other entrance to the north bog here. So the locks have the same status as the York Minster and Buckingham Palace because they are Grade 1 listed. They are protected. They rise up 60 feet, so that's how high they go. So 60 feet is really quite high. As I say, it doesn't really put it into perspective on the video. Oh no, my gimbal's going funny again. And Gongoozlers, I didn't know this, but Gongoozlers, which is a great word, isn't it? Gongoozlers are people who like to stand at locks and watch boats go up and down. So apparently a lot of Gongoozlers come to visit the Five Rise locks, and it takes 45 minutes for, oh look there, another leads 16 miles from here. So the Gongoozlers come and watch, and it takes 45 minutes. So I'm out of breath, that's how steep it is. It takes 45 minutes to get from the top to the bottom, or vice versa. So that's just amazing, isn't it? I'm sure they'll probably bring their own picnics, and I often see people stood up there. You can walk across. Do you know what? I think we'll have a walk across one of the big bridges from the top. You may enjoy seeing it from the actual locks. Recently, a couple of years ago, maybe 5 years ago, I can't remember when, they actually did some renovation work on them, and the locks were empty, and they were doing some repair work, and people could come and go inside them whilst they were empty. I wanted to do it, but didn't get a chance. I was working quite a lot at the time, and it is one of those things that I regret. I'm out of breath, honestly. It's really steep, is this hill. So you can see I'm not struggling to walk up it, but there was no way I was going to cycle up here. So I'm going to take you to the top, and then we're going to walk across. So the gates, they are 7 meters high. They are some of the highest gates or biggest gates in the UK, and they weigh 7 tons. So again, that's just another fact, and to give you perspective. So let's go over and have a look. That's a famous little, the Five Rise Locks cafe. Apparently they do some lovely food, so I will at some point bring you to have a cup of tea, because I come here regularly. Right, let's go over to the bridges. So when I was a kid, we used to stand on these bridges, these walkways, I don't even know what they're called, and it'd be quite scary, to be honest. Even just standing on these, it gives you the magnificence of the sheer size and the work that must have gone into creating these locks. So let's have a look. I better not drop my gimbal down there. Let's have a look. So when I was a kid, I just used to run across here. But what's that all about? As you get older, you get a bit more nervous about things. Right, let's have a look. So that's there. Oh, I'm used to this gimbal. What the heck? Right, and then that's from here going down. So yeah, absolutely. Just what they established. I mean, the engineering of man is magnificent. If we could put more good use to that rather than currently what's happening in the world, it would be a better place. Right, let's go and have a look. I'm going to take you to the bench and where my mum used to take me, as I say, to put the world to right. God bless her soul. I miss her so much, and I often come and sit on this bench. I love it. It's just one of my favourite benches in the whole town, and it feels quite cathartic to sit there and just contemplate and remember all the lovely things we used to do. Go uphill there, don't want to fall. That we used to do when we were couple of kids, so there's 5 of us. It was a nice sized family. We all got on really well, and we just used to have so many adventures. My mum never really had a lot of money because she was a single parent, but she made sure we got out in the world and we did things. And one of the things was walks on the canals for picnics, as I say, up to the moors. We'd go to Morecambe. Oh yeah, I'm going to Morecambe next week as well, so I'll do a vlog there and take you to one of my favourite fish and chip shops. So this is the bench. I don't know Alexander Bogue, but it's a memorial bench for him. It's been there since 1998, and that's the view. Look at that, it's just fantastic. And generally there's cows in the field. I'm now sat on the bench just soaking in the atmosphere, the views. Those woods over there that you can see, that's St Ives. We'll do a trip one day up to St Ives. There's some amazing sculptures up there. There's just some fantastic places in the area. So my vlogs, this is why I decided, and you've seen that in the description where it says even if it's my own 2 feet, because, you know, with the best one in the world, I'd love to have 52 weeks worth of holidays a year, but I can't. So I just thought, well, there's lots of amazing things that you can do, mini adventures, and to be fair, you do look more forward to having and getting excited about your bigger holidays if you have less than them. I have less of them. Well, I'm trying to convince myself anyway, but I'm lucky. I do, as I mentioned at the start, I mentioned Florida, going there at the end of this month, so I'll do some vlogging. But Florida's one of my favourite places. I'm just so lucky that I've been to go as much as I have, and I will create quite a lot of content there. We're going to Madeira this year, and we'll probably get back to Benidorm and Lanzarote. So I've got lots of things planned, and then the local things in between. So please do, oh, I forgot to mention, I love travelling on trains so much so that I do have a little 2-day job on a train that I love as a customer experience host. It's just, I start in April. I'm so excited about that as well. So there'll be some videos from London and Edinburgh will be the main cities that I'll be working out of Leeds and going to. So look out for those vlogs. So if there's anything in London you'd like me to do, anything in Edinburgh, anything in the local area, or up and coming for Florida, then please just leave a comment, and yep, I'll try and get that content for you. So thank you for watching. Love you loads, peeps. See you later. Bye.